So welcome back to this week's episode of Zero to Fuel Tycoon, a series in which I'm going from zero risk into becoming a known entity for fuel production in EVE Online. Now, the corporation ARDCO, we currently sit at 138 members. And you can see on the graph that it's been a very conscious effort on my part to lean heavily into recruiting the last few days. And it has made a difference. And there is a good reason for doing this. For those of you who have followed a bit the last few weeks, there's been a bit of a transition in the fact that I've had to let go a little bit of the control of the corporation and giving it out to the head of operations in the different areas. A problem we have had, though, is that we haven't been able to recruit as much as we wanted, especially in Galente and Caldari. A big reason is that Amar will always be a bit more appealing to people because we do have an all-sec access down there. So recruitment in Galente and Caldari have been a bit slower. So I have switched focus a bit in these two regions. I have been on the ground in the starting systems and actually talking to new bros and trying to get them into the corporation. Because in the long term, we will need people in these regions to fill up the different ranks to help make them self-sustaining. And to be able to form a sort of cohesive group, you need, I don't know an exact number, but you need a couple of people who are regularly out doing mining and talking and forming a connection. So a lot of my focus has been on trying to get new people in, and we have mining foremen, and we have also started promoting people to the rank of sergeants within the PV, and they fill a similar role to the mining foreman as they're tasked with being in charge with creating these spider fleets, the PV spider fleets, but also to act as a support for newer players. And they have the ability to post corporation fits and stuff that people can use. So the people we have promoted are Eva Tatalos, Rasteridiot, and Fenris. And I think we have also figured out what is going on with the GV assets. And I couldn't figure out why we were increasing so much, and it's because of a change we did with a corporation hangar, which we opened up to for people to place secure containers in. So that means we're not only tracking purely company assets anymore. This is part of people moving their PI stuff and all of this. So I don't think I will be using this anymore because I don't feel it's a representative graph of corporation. And it might not be a bad thing because we have a recent change as well where we opened up different regional wallets so that the head of operations can sort of function within the whole system on their own. They have their wallets, they have the money to create the orders and all of that. But that means that we can maybe start tracking the master wallets as a sort of a indicator for the growth of the company overall. So I will look into Maybe I'll just do a simple Excel graph showing the increase in the master wallet, and when that decreases, we can talk about why it decreased and stuff like that. And here I just wanted to give you a bit of a sneak peek into the systems that we have underneath the hood. So what we're looking at now is the logistics overview for Amar. And we can see we have the incoming orders. You can see the pipeline, which is the active jobs. And then we can look at the stockpiles. So these are all tools that the head of operations can use to determine, okay, how much do we need to produce of each type and how much is coming in, and just giving them an overview of what is going on essentially. And for my character, I did a bit of level 3s. Got into my Myrmidon fit. And did a bit of level 3s out in Minmatar space. Which was good fun, actually. I enjoyed it. And then, of course, I have also done some salvaging, or it's probably a word for this, but I want to call it trawling. So I got into my really cool Noctis. And what we did is we did a spider fleet with people in the area, and they would carry MTUs while they were running the level 4 missions, and they would gather up the wrecks into these lovely wreck balls, mark the locations, and I would swoop in and salvage everything. And I really enjoyed it. It's something very satisfying about salvaging wrecks for me. I didn't have time to do it that much towards the end of the week because I've been recruiting, but I'm hoping I'll get to do some more of this because we want to see if we can turn this salvage into some useful stuff and sell it on behalf of the corporation. Skill-wise, I've been a bit all over the place. I haven't really delved into this too much. Just doing some skills that I wanted to do for a bit, like the capacitor management, getting into metallurgy to get the scrap metal processing up, doing a little bit of salvage drone and salvaging and heavy drones for the Myrmidon. Maybe get a few crits. Nothing's set in stone and just a bit of vibe training for the moment. And it's also time to set up some goals for next week. We haven't done these in a while. And my singular focus will be to continue the recruitment. We really need to get more people in. It's also the case that we need way more orders for this region, as well as in Minmatar, which I'll try and start recruiting once I feel we have a good little core. We have some people come in now, so maybe we can actually start up the Minmatar branch. I don't want to recruit new bros into Minmatar until we have a few people in place. But yeah, spreading the gospel of ARDCO, especially in regions that are not Amar, is also something I need to work on for the coming week. So I will probably mainly be flying around in a shuttle, recruiting people, and I'm thinking of doing a sort of an email campaign because we have the homepage now where you can place orders. It's a simple thing of just sending an email to people and do you want fuel blocks at GSL? Go to this site and we'll sort it out for you. So that will be the focus for me. 2 simple goals that I can dedicate a lot of time to now that I'm not handling the different regions. But that will be everything for this week. Hope to see you again in the next one. And a shout out to Rastradia to help me do the intro graphics.